intense. It was definitely like a do the best you can to survive kind of thing, and video games kind of ended up being an escape for me. But I did manage to get through it. I got really good grades in school, and I play video games now, so I beat the system.
5v5 for the post plant. Ooh, there wasn't Blade Storm.
She can fight. She can still be effective here. Athxna swings out. She is doing so much. TSM, they tie it up.
What are you smelling? Is it the tuna? It's right here. Okay, let's go do our daily chores. My name is Myrna Athxna Nooraldeen, and I am a professional Valorant player for TSM'S. I'm actually not from Canada, and I moved to Canada around 2016, 2017, and that's kind of when I started my esports career. I was born and raised in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. My parents are actually Egyptian, so it's kind of a complicated, origin story.
She's always bossy. Although she's very kind-hearted, she's helpful, she always supports me. At the beginning, when she told me about the tournaments, or I didn't know about esports, but I tried to know from her, I was a little bit scared as a mom.
You see her now, like Myrna, right? Same thing, she was always defiant in a good way. She always had a good head on her shoulders, always wanted to do what she wanted to do. That included gaming.
When I come home.
And my understanding is you played and they watched, and Myrna specifically wanted to get in, but someone wouldn't let her. Her job was to watch.
Well,
so I don't know if that made her more of a gamer, the eagerness to want to get in there. So just a little bit of a detail there.
Well, I think they liked watching too. It was
okay. Yeah, we all like watching.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed you. Oh, you smell good.
Oh, you smell good too.
Nice shoe.
This is kind of like where we used to have our setup. It was down in this basement.
You mean when we used to rage?
Where we used to rage together. It's mainly me raging.
Yeah. I still remember that one phrase you always say, it's stuck in my head, because wherever I go, whatever I do, it was right there. Tabarnak! Tabarnak! Until today, I don't know what that is.
Tabarnak!
Yes, that one. You keep raging and saying all the time.
I just want to let you know it's a swear word.
Oh, okay. So now you got your own internet.
Now I got my own Logitech gear on my new desk.
Yeah.
Oh, remember that one? Oh, so she always give me a hard time.
It's because you were brushing my hair.
Yes, so whenever I brush her hair, she doesn't want to brush her hair. She give me a hard time, always crying. Oh my God. Especially after go to swimming, remember?
Oh my God.
That was lovely, so pretty.
My childhood was, I'd say, pretty intense. I grew up with conservative Arab, Middle Eastern parents that didn't really enjoy the aspect of me playing video games. I think definitely the pressure from my parents made it a lot harder than it should have been. They thought it was kind of a waste of time.
She was always fascinated and intrigued, even more so than my brother, to the point where she would actually come and ask me, hey, are you gonna play again? Can you start teaching me? Can you? And then sometimes I would teach her, and sometimes when I didn't, or say I didn't want to, I would see her on the computer by herself, trying to figure things out and trying to play the games, yeah. And that's kind of her personality. It goes to show how she always was. It was nobody told her to be like that. Nobody, she just watched, and that's something she's always wanted to do. Was always fascinated by.
The one time I go outside, we sit down in the grass, I'm leaning back, enjoying life, and this caterpillar
And you get bit by a caterpillar, and that's it. Sets the tone.
Have you ever heard of a caterpillar bite someone?
It's in the genes.
That doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
Hi, Titi. Hi. Say hello. Since young, she likes to go for the gaming stuff, you know, with her brothers. At first, I was a little bit worried. She tried to convince me that this is what I like, and I was really scared about her because she's a girl, and the community of the gaming and all that tournaments all like boys. But she's confident and responsible, and she can do it. I don't have any problem being scared or worried about her.
Back in the day, I don't remember growing up, I don't remember any girl who played games. Nobody at all. To find my younger sister playing by herself, that was huge. And in Dubai as well, right? So you're in a very secluded place, in a developing country, you're playing games, and it's mostly just guys everywhere, and nobody's talking about it. But then you have this little, 6, 7 years old, and trying to play games by herself. It was remarkable. But with that came the growing pains.
One of the biggest things I faced was obviously being a female in the scene, being like 1 to like 50 men. It was really hard to kind of earn the respect that I felt like I deserved and like everyone deserves. Stuff like casting, like people would always want to comment on my looks rather than like what I was saying, you know, even though I was doing like a really good job at the time, people would always come out and just be like, oh, that girl's like hot, or dude, she's ugly, or like stupid comments like that. And those kinds of things were really easy for me to get past, which I'm thankful for. But it's definitely something that a lot of females face even nowadays, like during games and playing games and stuff. So sometimes you don't know if like you're getting hired for a job because you're good or because you're a girl and they just wanted more representation. That was definitely like the biggest hurdle that I had.
There's no fighting it. It became a passion that you just couldn't fight that.
Exactly. Tying it all together, her competitive aspect, it just seemed natural that she would find her way to esports. When she came to Canada, just to see all the open organizations and all the possibilities, I think that's what really started to catch her attention.
Guys, I'm gonna cry! I'm like so excited and so happy for this, you guys. Like, you have no idea, like I've worked so hard and it feels like things are finally happening. And like TSM is just such a great org, and they picked us up, and we've been working really, really hard, and we've had such little time, but like I know we're gonna do great things. TSM, guys, TSM!
Ecstatic wouldn't even cover it. Like I knew what TSM was. I had to actually explain to a lot of family and friends, hey guys, okay, picture like Raptors, but bigger and better. That's TSM.
I think you specifically said it's like the Maple Leafs of Toronto.
It was huge. He
was very proud.
I can't even articulate myself well enough to explain or to say how proud I was of her.
She is the most precious thing in my life. And I wish her all the best. You're on the right track. I'm proud of you. And I love you.
Don't cry, you're gonna make me cry. Oh.
Even if I'm not staying too long for you, but you remember I'm always love you till the end of my life. As I said, your existence, okay, make the word bright for me.
Stop crying, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is something in me whenever I go and come and then they keep laughing, Mama, now you're gonna try, you make a drama. But as a mom, sometimes you cannot hold your tears. I'm lucky.
So me and my older brothers would play, and
like we'd argue and be like, oh, you're a noob. And then one day my mom comes in the room and she goes, did you study, noob? And I'm like,
Yes.
excuse me?
Yeah, they burst laughing. You know, whenever I say something, they burst laughing. They
Oh
make
my
always
God.
joke about
That was
me.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.